Hi all, Michael Collins here. A couple of days ago, Bubble announced that they updated the button element. And what they did is added an icon, which is amazing. So you can do label only, label and icon left, icon right, top, bottom, or just icon only. And they added within that 6 different icon libraries for us to use. There's a couple of notes though. You cannot set the icon in styles. So if we go to our styles and we look at a button, you can set the icon size and the icon color, but you can't set the icon itself or where it lies in the button. That's on the list of down the road. You can't filter by icon library in the search tool. So when you're in here, you can just pick a library and you have to scroll through it. You can't search for what you're looking for. You can't set a default. You can't upload your own icons yet. Set which icon libraries should be visible in the icon picker. So it's always going to default to the material icons, which is fine. Not really a big deal. The other thing to note is that you cannot set in reusables the icon as a property. So if we're in here in the reusable and I go to add, well, even before I do that, it's just a waste of time, because let's go look at where we set the properties. So here's the label. You click in, it comes up with insert dynamic data. Here is the icon. It does not come up with insert dynamic data. So there's no way for you to set that as dynamic. Which is probably fine at this point as we get used to it, because I could see myself going icon crazy in the buttons. So, here are your buttons. I have one that's on the page where I can change the icon, and this one's the reusable. But something neat is that we can change where the button is depending on the screen size, which is awesome. Ooh, so I should just take this. Let me take this conditional. Go to index where this other button is. Put the condition there. And what I want to do, it's currently on the left, so I want to set it to the right. Would you really need to do that? No, but you might be able to. This one's pretty neat, changing it to the top or bottom. You could probably also get rid of the text. So let's check that. Here's the label. I don't know if that will come up blank. But let's see. Oh, it does. I still have space there. So what we would want to do is, play around with the padding to make it look like it's in the center. But that is fun. So I am going to take this opportunity to go ahead, and this is a style guide project that I created last year, so that I can just duplicate this project, and I will have my my icons, my buttons, my inputs, everything's set. And then if I need to change the colors, I can change the colors. And if I need to adapt a few little things, same thing with fonts, then that's not really an issue. So let's go to the style guide. And you'll notice it's entitled, it says Style Guide Untitled, and that is for Untitled UI. But you'll see that I did not do the buttons the same border radius as in the UI kit. So I'm going to show you a way that you can change the border radius really easily. So in here in the Figma file, if we look, our border radius is 8. And in my styles, it is 4. Well, Bubble calls it roundness. It's actually border radius. So if we go to our HTML styles, this is a style sheet that I put in. I'm going to make it a reusable so I can put it on every page and so that it will have the same styles. So right now all my buttons, I have my button, and where this is coming from, in case you haven't watched some of the other ones that I've done, I've added this plugin called Classify. And by the way, the new buttons, you can get rid of the hero icons now. You don't really need that. But you could keep it if you like the icons and you want to use them somewhere else. So in my button, down in the ID attribute, I've added this curly bracket, open curly bracket, add class, colon, as a capital C, all one word, space, quote, my button, close quote, close curly bracket. And that allows me to set styles that I can't set within Bubble on the button. So for instance, if we go back to the index page, you know, some people don't want to use a mouse, can't use a mouse, are using a device that doesn't use a mouse. And so this allows people that have a screen and want to tab through to visually see where they're at, so they can then click on or enter the button, not click, using the keyboard. And then I tabbed twice there, and the first tab before it goes to the pop-up is going to this built on Bubble button. So if you're paying for Bubble, then it will just go to the pop-up and you won't have this button built on Bubble unless you really want it. You can always have it if you want it. Okay. So that allows me to add keyboard navigation to the app. So now I could go through and change every single button style, which I don't really have that many. So I'm being a little dramatic just for effect. So if I didn't want to go through all of that, I can go to the style sheet, open the style sheet, the HTML editor. Up at the top, I'm going to put colon root, open curly bracket, close curly bracket, go back to the open one, enter. And I'll put hyphen hyphen U for untitled, and then hyphen border hyphen radius colon. And I'm using rems, which you can't use in Bubble. You can only use pixels. And so I'm going to set 8, and a rem is 16 pixels, so I want 0.5 rem. And then I'm going to put exclamation mark important semicolon. And you notice it's important on each one of these things, and that's because Bubble, instead of just using a style sheet, they use a style sheet, and they do inline styles, which means within the element itself, they add the style tag and add styles. So the inline styles are overriding a style sheet. And what the important does is then tell the browser to use the important one instead of the one that's inline. Okay, so then there's 2 ways we can do this. You can do dot my button, open curly bracket, close curly bracket, and put border hyphen radius, radius, colon, var, open parentheses, close parentheses, hyphen hyphen, u, hyphen, border, hyphen, radius. And then outside the closing parentheses, let's put important again. So what that is doing is that is picking this up. So this in the root, this is a variable. So it's 0.5 rem, and it's saying look to that variable to give me the border radius for my button. So if we close this and we refresh the style guide, right now it's just on the style guide, and go to buttons and links. Come on. It's now 8 for border radius. If we inspect this, I'll make this bigger. If we inspect this, all of Bubble's buttons use the tag, HTML tag button. So we don't have to rely on the dot my button. We can just change this, get rid of the dot, get rid of my, the capital B, replace it with B, button. So now what that's going to do is change every single thing within this page that is a button. So if I didn't call something my button, it would still have the border radius of 8 pixels. So that's sort of a, if you have a lot of different button styles and you want them all to be a border radius, that's a way to go about it. And if you hand off this project to somebody else, something that would be helpful is in the index that we go to the notes and we say there is a reusable style sheet. Oh, I forgot you can't tab. So root border radius. So this gives some indication that, oh, go look at the border radius because it's not going to match up with the styles. It's overriding the style. You know, but if you only have, and there's only 4 and 2 of them you might not even use or need to have a border radius. So I'm going to go ahead and just change my roundness to 8 on these. Okay. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go back to the style guide. I'm going to put a couple of notes. I'm going to put a couple of notes under the buttons and links. And it's buttons are for actions. Links are for navigation. And I'll put a couple of resources down below. So one resource, and you can look up pretty much any university, but this is a good one. Links take the user to a new location, such as a new page or a new section on the current page, and buttons trigger some action. So you could actually just take this. Oops. And put that as the note. That way, if you already know this, then that's great. You don't really need to I wish we could do something else I could do with styles is have a little space after each paragraph, or I could just break these up. And then group them. A column. Ooh, my default group with padding. Let's just go standard group. I'm going to add gap spacing 4 of 8. Oops. Just call this notes. Okay, so if we take a look at resource away. So in Untitled UI, there's small, medium, large, extra large, 2x. Will I ever need it? Maybe. Don't know. I started from the other direction and went out, but I didn't call it 2XL. So I could do that. 2XL. And let's see, that is $60, which is what I have here. So that's the size. Let's just double check the font. 600 is the weight, and the size is 18. So I have it as 16. Let me just look at, are all of them 18? No, that's 16. So it's only the 2XL, so that's fine. So it's going to be an overridden. Now comes the fun part. Label an icon. That's using font awesome. But let's go with material. You can search. Weird. I don't know what it was. What it was talking about. The article was talking about. Oh, but it's not giving you. Timer. Okay, that's timer. Time. Let's go with time. Excellent. So this one, it's 48. It's 48. So that's large. Oh no, that's XL. So we'll do XL. Should change the labels. Button and icon. Let's choose something else. Fun. So I need large, so I'm just going to copy this. Go previous. And this is 44. I bet that doesn't look any different. Nope. So we have 10, 10, 18, 18. This one is 12, 12, 20, 20. This one is 16, 16, 24, 24. 16, 16, 24, 24. This one line spacing 1. This one was the 12, 20. 20, 20. 10, 10, 18, 18. Just double check the font. 16. $14 on the medium, 14 on the small. So I am wondering, icon is 24. We'll probably have to bring this down on the other ones. So here I need a medium. Oops. Medium. Ten, 16, 16. 16. Our font size is now 14. Let's say button small. Font size 14. 8 and 14 for the padding. Before I put an icon, I don't really need an icon, but yeah, so that the icon is also going to have to get smaller. So let's put one on the small and go from there. Oh, that's interesting. It's cutting it off. Oh, that's it. That's just the icon itself. All right. So on this one, I'll do 16, 16, 18, and 20. That's fine. This one looks a little small. That one's 20. Let's do this 20. This one 18. 18. That's better. Okay, so actually that means we can get rid of this one, which was the old way of doing it. So now we have button text. And we have links. Now, what's interesting is that I did a quick scan of accessibility, and it told me that it was not, it didn't meet the color contrast. So this one is text. Bubble element link. Bubble element text. So that's this, the inline link. Sorry, that's text. This is the inline link. This is my link. And then the other one I am using, if we expand this bit, it's right there in the title. Notice that there's also some other issues. This one we can correct. Form elements must have labels. We can't correct natively. And elements must have, select the drop down. I don't think we can correct that. So let's go to the inline link. So this is UI colors. This is where at the moment I'm storing the colors that I'm using. So this one is 388.549. 549. So that's this one, sea green. So if we click on the contrast grid, and I'm using not a white for the background, but an off-white. So you see 600 should pass. Oh, that's APC. So WCAG2. We need to go to 700. So I'm going to pick the 286738. Come back to my styles. Go to style variables. I was playing around with the new AI page builder, and it put in these other colors. Oh, and since I created this, Bubble now allows us to put in a lot more than 32 colors. So, what am I going to call it? Link. Link. Create it. Put the color in. Go over to my element styles. Go to link. Standard link. And change this to the darker color, the link color. Oh, we got the table of contents. And that is no style. Shame. Do that for now. Because I am going to change up this side menu. So you'll see it's the full menu at the moment. Sometimes it will only do the first couple of them. And, because we are already on this page, it does go back and forth, scrolling to where you need it to be. But let's refresh the page. Let's try introduction. No, it's going. Sometimes you have to click on it a couple of times to get it to work. It's not consistent. So in another one, I should actually change this outline button to the new link color. Sorry. Get distracted sometimes. And as soon as I see it, I want to go fix it. Which means I need to call it a different thing than link color. But there we are for now. Next time I'll add, let's see if I can quickly do it right now. So in here, let's add an HTML element. Open this up. I'm going to open caret. Well, it's not a caret. Open less than a space href equals. Since we're down there, we're going to put the pound sign introduction, close quote, close caret. So introduction HTML link, open little caret, the /, the A, and close. So, do class equals my link. Let's see what this does. Okay. Oh, see how it only now has 3? It's so weird. So I've got to fix that. But this shows you that you can create a link. So if you have, if you want to scroll up and down the page like this is an option to do it with an HTML anchor link instead of the built-in, because it isn't very consistent. And that's all I have for today. Thank you very much.